Ooh. Hello one, hello all, it's the gothiest ghost of them all, Casper in the flesh, and it's time for a review of Kara Jackson. Why does the earth give us people to love? Kara Jackson, singer, songwriter, and guitarist. And this is her debut album, so this is a fresh start. We don't have to get into the back catalog, because there's not really a back catalog. There's an EP, which is good, but yeah, let's just get into it. And before you say anything, Trent Reznor inspired me to wear this. So, yeah. And getting into the album, one thing I could say is about this album, there's definitely some cryptic lyricism going on here. I mean, not cryptic to a point where it's like extremely cryptic to a point where you can't really understand it, like at all. But of course, like going back to it, you pretty much are catching on to like what's going on. At least for me, I had to like listen to this like 5 or 6 times to understand what was going on here. In terms of the lyricism, like, it's like I was able to pick up on the emotions, but it took me a while to understand why, what was the scenario here. Because for the most part, this album is pretty sad, pretty tragic. There are moments of happiness here, but it's bittersweet happiness. Like on the track Dickhead Blues, where she is basically understanding her importance, but the importance is from pretty much being the sanctuary and the therapy of men who are unfaithful to the women they already have, which is tragic, but she's definitely starting to understand, like, she does have power, like, and it is empowering in like that sense. And I will say, like, the album does kick off to a rough start. I do love the dreamy, serene instrumentation here, on No Fun / Party, and lyrically I rock with it too, about how people are doing everything they can to be recognized. But it does veer off into like a lo-fi direction, which I feel drags on for a little too long. Sorry. But when it comes to the subject matter here is like, it's about love. It's honestly about love. And it's like a bunch of like ballads, and these ballads like correlate to love. Whether it be self-love, whether it be romantic love, whether it be love for a friend. You know, it's definitely very focused in that sense, but you're getting different scenarios that include love. And also I would say too, like, sonically, she pretty much does stick to her guns in terms of the rustic elements here. However, even though you're getting the rustic elements consistently, you're getting other elements too. You're getting like some strings here and there. You're getting some pianos here and there, some organs here and there, really adding like a ethereal touch to it, like giving it that dreamy sequence here, that I feel gives the album that like majestic experience that you would want from this. Because yes, it is like, I would say it's like a folk album, but also there's like art pop to this too. Like there are theatrics to this. Like whenever there's like something dramatic picking up within the story, there's always something that embellishes the dramatization of the track, which again is much needed because it's like theatrical. Like on the track Rat, where when the track starts, it starts off with these somber strum guitars, But as soon as like shit gets real, you're getting like these haunting organ chords, you're getting these shots of dramatic strings. Just to let you know, it's picking up. And on here, like when it comes to influences, I'm reminded of like Joni Mitchell. I'm reminded of a little bit of Nina Simone when she goes into like her lowered register. And touches of Neil Young too. So yeah, I would say like the production is absolutely gorgeous. Very gorgeous, very intimate, very moving. With production from Kana, Namdi, Sen Morimoto. Hopefully I said that right. I hope I said that right. And as I said, after Dickhead Blues, we're cooking with gas. Never thought I would put Dickhead Blues and cooking in like the same sentence, but here we are. And also, I do dig how afterwards we're getting therapy, which correlates to, again, the needing of someone who is looking at you as their sanctuary, as their escape, and opposed to actually having feelings for you, which, again, tragic. And the lyrics, she is immensely fire when it comes to the lyrics. Like, the poeticism on here, my God. Like, when you're stuck sinking in someone's lagoon, like a spoon drowns in stew, what kind of meal are they making of you? Which really, really cuts deep. And I feel really, this is really a gem and people need to know about this, which is why I made this channel. So, the song Pawnshop has like these psychedelic country pedal steel guitars, and she continues to kill it once again on like a lyrical level. Like, being in a new relationship, and after being in a traumatic one, she's ready to start over. You know, she's ready to open up again with someone who is unfortunately taking her for granted, but she is letting this person know that she knows her self-worth. And I feel that ties into the track Dickhead Blues, where she understands her self-worth and knows that she deserves better, and definitely shows it with like this killer line. I'm not a liquid asset, I'm sharper than a jewel. What kind of miner does that make you when I'm gold and you're just the fool? So yeah, guy trying to play her. At the midpoint of the album, Kara does start to address in life the precious duration that life has. On the track Brain, where she is committed to someone, wants to be committed to someone, but she needs confirmation that this person is ready for a relationship. She wants to know that this person knows that her time is valuable. And she also does have the fear of commitment, like in that context of being let down, but also she has the fear of being alone. So definitely you have like that double-edged sword here, because while she is paranoid of being hurt, she could have the fear of being deprived of a great relationship. And the bar really hits hard with sleep isn't cheap and your love is no currency, saying how like the times are hard, so committing time to someone and having them be a mistake in the outcome is like completely detrimental. So she wants to know that the love is real. She wants to know that she's not wasting her time. So I would say she's making the right moves here. Hopefully. And I love like the dreamy country style production here. It's like in Rainbows from Radiohead if there were country elements. And Kara. The song Free shows like she's in a place of wanting to be unbothered with this individual, which probably is like has like almost the most heavenly blissful instrumentation on the album. On the track with like these luscious harps, angelic harmonies. It definitely feels like there's ascension here. Like I'm lifting up to these heavens she's talking about with her as she escapes from this toxic relationship. The last leg of the album pretty much strays away from romanticism a bit. I mean, there is one, but not exactly. Rat, the song I alluded to earlier. It's pretty much a different type of love here. As I said, it goes more into a friendship direction, a bond. Like on the very sweet and otherworldly Lily, which is very sweet, very beautiful, very endearing about her love for a friend. And she is moving, I suppose, or has to like leave her home, but she's just broken over it because she has to like leave her friend. And it's very, very emotional, very sad, but the instrumentation is just so beautiful. The song Rat, as I said before, is about a really shady guy who's like in a band just deceiving people, just like hurting people left and right. And he really thinks of himself as this guy who could be untouched, but little does he know, karma's about to come around and bite Rat in the ass. See, that's what you get for not giving a rat's ass. Okay. The title track, like, I would say, it gets on a serious note, is probably the most emotionally devastating track I've probably heard all year. About her deceased friend who she loses to cancer. And not only is this track tragic, but also has like these very philosophical like bars here, like asking these cynical questions, is living just waiting for our turn? Why does the earth give us people to love if the earth is just going to take them away? Like the song is like so powerful here. One bar in particular that absolutely killed me was, "You sing the high notes, my friend. I'll sing the low notes in the end." That line fucked me up. There's even more poetic philosophies from Kara as she starts asking questions of like life existence and seeing it as like a theatrical spectacle and how she could be taken away from it. And she wants to know like her worth, her being recognized, which geniusly correlates into the first track on the album. And I'm not sure if that was intentional, it probably was, but then it goes right into the reprise of Recognized, which is pretty morbid, definitely ends on a morbid note, and then goes into this acoustic cut that ends things off really nicely. So yeah, overall, great album, love this album. I think this is probably one of the most creative in terms of singer-songwriter I've heard all year. Sure, it had a little bit of a rough start, but that was mostly due to like, you know, dragging on or the songs being like too short. But the rest of it, fire, great. I feel like maybe in the future some tracks could be maybe connected a little more, but other than that, I thought this album was great. And I definitely do feel like this is really opening the door for more innovation when it comes to singer-songwriter music, when it comes to art pop, when it comes to folk music in general. So yeah, I am feeling a 4 out of 5 on this album. If you've given this a listen, what did you think of it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Why? And yeah, very beautiful, very emotional, and definitely something I'm going to be returning to a lot this year. So that's it. Kara Jackson, Gothic Ghost. Till we meet again.